Hey guys, Mark from North 7 Outdoors. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to do a recap of our one classic on Lower Buckhorn Lake in the Kawarthas. So I'd never been to Lower Buckhorn before. Kind of knew what to expect, I guess, in a sense. All Kawartha lakes are pretty damn similar, to be honest with you. As far as I'm concerned, Lower Buckhorn as a lake. I fished most places. I fished much better lakes and much worse lakes, so it is what it is there. We didn't have a problem catching fish. We had a problem catching the right fish. We did call out a lot, so let's give you a little narrative here. We came in with like 2 1/4 pounds ahead of fourth, and we needed to keep our third place hopes alive here, and we ended up finishing 5th, and we were only a 1/4 pound out of 4th. But unfortunately, how it all shook out was we lost by like 1.5 pounds. I fished clean, caught everything that I had. I just never got into anything, which is weird. Usually, I always say you make enough casts, cover enough water. You'll hook into probably 2-3+ pound fish in a day, every day. If you're on the water long enough, cover enough water, make enough casts. And that rule has largely held true. This would be the exception to that, just never really hooked into anything. Lionel had one kerfuffle. He set the hook on something, broke his line. Which is probably a good lesson there to don't cheap out on fluorocarbon. Because he breaks his fluorocarbon like... I have one fish I broke off this year on fluorocarbon, and it was an absolute monster. So for me, I spend the money on fluorocarbon. I don't know if Lionel does or doesn't. I don't think he does, or he buys too small a test for what he uses. But he seems to break off a fish at a tournament. It is what it is. Hopefully it was a pike. Could have been a 6-pounder, I spend the money on fluorocarbon to find out. Let's see. So we started off the day. Lionel had pre-fished there, but he never caught a fish. He said it was pretty crappy pre-fish. So he led us to a bluff. We started making a right. So basically we launched at Beechwood Resort, drove straight to the other shoreline, and started working the bank to the right. And that's where we largely caught most of our fish in the first few hours. Then he's like, let's go left, and let's go back to the starting point and go left. And I thought the fishing was just starting to get good, because our 2 biggest fish of the day I got maybe in a 100-meter stretch. And I was like, no, like largemouth are on. At that point I probably caught 15 smallmouth. Nothing of size. And I was like, I just don't think smallmouth are on, Lionel. So we went all the way to the lock and fished around there for a bit. Ended up catching one largemouth down there that we probably kept. That made a call. Then I was like, well, we got an hour and a half left. Let's, what do you want to do, Lionel? And he's like, let's go back to start and make a left. I'm like, okay. So we did that for an hour and a half. Got a decent smallmouth with 15 minutes left. Just, unfortunately, all we need was like a 3-pounder. But unfortunately, we lost all of our trophies that we were in contention for, and awards and prizes and everything to validate your success as a fisherman. So I'm a little bummed about that. Other than Lionel's one mistake, I think we both fished pretty cleanly. And largely, Lionel's success as a fisherman, or maybe his skill set, isn't necessarily catching fish, but he's pretty good at navigating a lake. I think he has an understanding where the fish are if he struggles to catch them, but I think he has a pretty good understanding of where they are. So I usually let Lionel do the navigating for the morning anyways, and then from there, if I really feel strongly, I'll say something, but he's usually probably better than I am at navigating a lake. Caught a couple jumbo perch, so that was pretty cool. I hadn't caught jumbo perches in a while since I was on Cooching last year. Found a jackhammer, that was funny. So yeah, just didn't have the finish that we wanted. Didn't choke, I came into the tournament, I was like, you know what, if Lionel can get one 3-pounder, and I cannot choke, then this thing's a lock. But I thought I would catch a little bit more. I'm not gonna say, I felt at a limit. We were right there. Hell, I could have called out the wrong fish. We could have had fourth place or tied for fourth place. So we were right there for as far as the tournament went. Nothing special about that lake other than muskie. Everyone seemed to catch a muskie. I didn't catch a muskie. That was unfortunate. So pretty bitter about that, to be honest with you. I've had a couple days to think on it, but I'm still kind of bitter. You work the whole year to set yourself up for success, and then you fail. At least I didn't absolutely choke. Like the last couple classics, I weighed in 3 fish and 4 fish, and it's that's a choke. At least I had a semi-solid day for what people brought in. Caught everything pretty much on a wacky worm. A couple on the drop shot, but the drop shot weight kept staying up everywhere. And a couple on the tube. I don't think anything helped us other than the wacky worm. What else was there? Well, that's pretty much it. It's hard to believe the fishing is over. There's one more classic. Now I probably have to pay for my sins here, and if I want to chase some trophies, I gotta go out to Georgian Bay area, which is 200-mile trip each way for 2 days in a row, and find an Airbnb, and I don't know if Lionel's gonna go or not. So I want to fish some more tournaments this year. I don't want to be done yet. I don't want to call it a loss until it's absolutely over. But that's Lower Buckhorn Lake, Just couldn't get on anything. It's an okay lake. I don't really see myself having any point to go back there. It's not my favorite Kawartha Lake that I've been to. If I ever went back there, maybe I would target muskie. Seemed to be a lot of muskies that were pulled out of there that day. Anyways, guys, that's a wrap. You can't win them all, but I think if you want to be successful being in the tournament fishing industry, you have to be a little sulky and upset, when things don't go your way. You congratulate the people that won, and then you be hard on yourself, and that's how you improve. If you don't want to have the taste of being a loser in your mouth, right? That's the reality. You can only win a few, but and you don't have to win all the tournaments or even any tournaments, as long as you went out there and deep down if you had a good day or a bad day on the water. Maybe that's fourth place to you. Maybe that's a limit. And you can hang your hat high. It doesn't always need to be first place, but if you can't hang your hat high, then you need to give yourself a kick in the butt and be like, alright, let's do better next time. So anyways, guys, that's the reality of tournament fishing. Hopefully that's not the end of the season for me. Hopefully I got a couple more in the works. We'll see what goes down, but thank you guys for watching. If you ever get a chance to go to Lower Buckhorn, it's alright, I guess. Nothing too crazy. Thank you guys for watching, and take care.